Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in a little later. I apologize I had to move the time, but there was a lot of thunderstorms in our area, and I really felt like I shouldn't probably be on Facebook during that time. So welcome. I'm Nancy Burt-Preece, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Here's all my contact information. I'm trying to encourage people to join my Facebook business page because I do lives there, post lots of fun things. So please join. And of course, my YouTube channel. Today we are going to do a technique which is called the painter's tape technique. Say that 3 times in a row. I am using Sunrise Sailing, the dies as well as the stamp set. Loveliest tree because I wanted a happy birthday to fit there. And I chose to use this on the inside. Time to celebrate. So let me show you how to make this card using the painter's tape technique. I am using Azure Afternoon 4 1/4 by 11, and I scored it at 5 1/2. You can see I've been doing inking stuff, so my fingers are a mess. I have Blueberry Bushel, which is a 4 by 5 1/4, and I can go ahead and put that right on because I'm not doing anything with that per se, other than using it as a nice mat. And, oh, you can see I've been blowing bubbles and doing all sorts of stuff. So I'll cover that right up and nobody will know. Okay. Now I have 2 pieces, one for the inside, one for the outside, basic white, 3 3/4 by 5. And I'm going to move this out of the way. So I'm going to move one to the side. And I'm going to show you how you make the background with your painter's tape. My painter's tape, it looks like it's 3/4 inch wide. I'm not real sure, but I think that's what it is. So I'm going to start with Blueberry Bushel. Now, I'm going to encourage everybody who comes to my class on Saturday to wear old clothes because you will get inky. But it is such a fun and easy technique. So I'm just going on an angle. Trying not to get my fingers in it, but I usually do. And I'm going to go down to the bottom. And because it's painter's tape, it'll come right up. I'm going to do it again. And remember, it doesn't have to be completely perfect line. It doesn't have to be anything. And every time I do it, it turns out different. I'm moving that to the side. The next one I'm using is Azure Afternoon. And I just kind of measure out. It's not exact. And I just put it there. I'm basically creating a sunset. You can use blending brushes, and now here's another way you can make a background using painter's tape. And painter's tape is not super expensive to purchase. And I chose the colors that spoke to me. So I'm using Timid Tiger. At first, I wasn't sure that was going to be one of my favorite in colors, and it surely has become one of them. And the other one that I did not like when I first started is Secret Sea. And I've been using it, I can't tell you how many times. So I thought that Cloud Cover was going to be my absolute favorite, and I do love it. But I'm finding there are lots of uses for different colors. So I'm kind of doing a setting sun kind of theme, as you can tell. And now my final one will be Daffodil Delight. This is just regular basic white. It is not a specialty paper. And let me see. Every time I do it, I don't do it exactly the same. I don't have the same amount every time. The yellow, I end up tending to do more just to cover up the whole space. And if you wanted to come back and pick that up, I don't need to, but you could. So that is the painter's tape part, which is not hard to do. You can do it with any colors you choose. I went ahead and cut out a boat using the die from the Sunrise Sailing. I didn't emboss it. I just cut it out. And the sails are stamped with real red, and that's blueberry bushel. I also stamped, I cut out a, well, if I can get it to the side here, I cut out a cloud. Oh my goodness gracious. Come on, cloud. I cut out a cloud and stamped happy birthday on it. And I have some birds here to the side that I cut out. I only need 2. Once again, I'm going to put a little bit of glue here. Use one of my sponge daubers and just get the back part of the bird. So before I put that bird on there, I realized I better put my boat on there. What am I doing? Oh, and now that bird is not going to be happy. Okay, I'm going to adhere this to my background. Okay, there we go. I'm going to glue down my happy birthday. I kind of like it in the cloud on an angle. Could I use any sentiment there? Yes. I chose happy birthday because those are the ones that I tend to use a lot. All right. Then I'm going to grab my boat. I'm having trouble grabbing things tonight. And I'm going to put adhesive, putting a dimensional, I'm putting big dimensionals on the top, and I'm putting little dimensionals, Stampin' Up! Has 2 different sizes, on the bottom. And I think that just works to secure your boat a little bit stronger. Oh, I almost forgot. Golly gee. I knew I had that blueberry bushel still out for a reason. I'm going to put this kind of water image there. Now, you've already stamped on something and you're like, oh, I forgot to stamp this one part. What do I do? Well, let's see, because Nancy just did that. I'm going to move this over a little bit and I'm going to just line this up here. Have you ever done that? You forgot to do all the stamping before you started doing other things? Well, I have done it enough to know. And you just cover up the edge there, and it's not a problem. You can make it work. I'm just putting some extra water image there. I'm going to move that to the side because I'm going to use it in just a second. So if you ever do that again, just put some scrap paper on the edge. Not a problem. I try to make every possible mistake so I know how to fix them. And remember, it's paper. Some people get kind of panicked when they make a mistake. And I respect that people appreciate that I took time, but it is just paper, as my husband reminds me. And you know, it's totally, you can fix it. All right, now I'm going to put this bird back on. And now that I got him turned, oh, golly gee. I have dropped stuff all day long. Do you ever have one of those days? I'm going to put just a little bit more glue on my bird. Turn this one over. Can you use your take your pick tool? Yeah, you could. I'm just going quick here. Can you use a little tweezer thing? Sure. Lots of different tools to help you. So there's the outside of my card. The inside of my card, I'm going to stamp Time to Celebrate. I'm going to stamp a boat image. Got that beautiful boat, you might as well use it. And I'm going to stamp the red sails. I love how this goes together. So incredibly easy. It's almost a no-fail. Okay, now, let's say you see that and you go, uh-oh, I got a little bit of extra red. If you see that on the edge of your block, wipe it off. That way it won't get on other parts of your card. You don't want it to. There you go. Now I can close this one up. And I can go ahead and adhere this. And we've got a really cute card. Looks different just a little bit every time, but it's such a fun card. And it's just using painter's tape to get your background. So I hope you give this card a try. Try painter's tape and see what you come up with. Please add it in the comments if you make a card like this. Have a great day.